Hey everyone, today I am getting ready, and this time I actually put a little bit of effort into this. I turned on lights. Crazy, eh? So tonight I'm doing something really cool. I am going to a podcast live show, and I couldn't be more excited because it's like one of my favorite podcasts, so I thought, let's get ready, talk to you about my favorite podcast and my love of podcasts. Also, this is Earl Grey Cream by Bluebird Teacoat, in case you're curious as to what I'm drinking today. So let's get ready. Podcast. So tonight I am going to a podcast live show, and I'm so excited. I don't know if it's actually being recorded. I kind of doubt it because they're doing 10 places, 10 dates, and I doubt that this one's gonna get the recorded one. It is my favorite podcast, Stuff You Should Know, and I thought I need to tell you guys about this. I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I need to tell people about this. Let me grab my stuff first. I started listening to podcasts about a year and a half ago, I'd say. I think I got into it because one of the YouTubers I watched tweeted out saying that they were on a podcast, and I'm like, I have nothing to do today, let's listen to this. So I believe that was then Anna Gardner of the Anna Edit, who is now Anna Newton. She got married, and it was on The Lively Show. Let's talk about The Lively Show. I am putting up my hair. Hello there. It's a wonderful podcast if you want to learn how to ebb and flow through life. It's definitely kind of a self-help, but not really. If something is barricading you, there's probably a reason why, and you probably shouldn't be doing this. Now, I actually have not listened to this in about a year. I kind of got off it whenever I went through a bit of a rough patch about a year ago, and I'm just like, this all relates too heavily to my life. From there, I decided, let's look up other creators which I like. So I ended up listening to quite a few episodes of Control-Alt-Delete, which is by Emma Gannon. And basically I would pick the episodes which have people who I know in them. Calm down, nation. Gotta look good today. For no good reason. Throw them back in here. Gotta get my concealer. From there, I started basically going around the interwebs and finding podcasts that people who I liked had been on. So I would just kind of search through their name and put podcast next to it in Google. I found some great ones that way. How do I do this? How do you do concealer? Does this actually work for people? Does it actually conceal things? I basically went on a podcast downloading spree. I'd look on Pinterest to find all the things that you should be listening to as a 20-something, maybe businesswoman. I got into it, and then I didn't listen to those podcasts because they just didn't interest me. From there, we'll go on to my long-standing love of Stuff You Should Know. This is the live show I'm going to tonight. It is the only one in the Midwest. I'm driving 3 hours to see it, and I could not be happier about this. So Stuff You Should Know has been going on for about 9 years now, and it is Josh and Chuck. Basically, Stuff You Should Know tells you about stuff you should know. I was once introduced to this, and I was only meh about it. I hadn't really gotten into podcasts at that point. We were listening to it, and for me, you have to sit down and listen to the entire podcast in order to actually appreciate it. So you need that hour in order to listen to it. Pause for a moment. This palette, it's a Venice Beach Lorac Boho palette. Oh my goodness. I am in love with this. This is my favorite palette of the moment and probably will be all year because, let's be frank, this is actually very, very versatile, and I've used every single shade. This is the only one that doesn't quite work with my skin tone, but otherwise, it is beautiful, and I love it, and you should look at these if you want a new palette. Back to Stuff You Should Know. I was introduced to it mostly on, like, car rides to the grocery store, and thus you wouldn't actually get into it. But then, there was an episode, which was on octopi, which actually you can say either way. Fun fact. From then on, I have been in love with this thing podcast. I tell people to start out with the octopus or the jellypuss, the octopus or jellyfish episodes because I think they are hilarious. I think I like the jellyfish better than the octopus, but the jellyfish one was like 3 or 4 years later than the octopus one, and they reference back to the octopus one. So I always start people off with that, and then from there, just pick whatever you want. I've learned about so many things. Let me tell you the kinds of things I've learned about. I learned about Sherpas the other day. Let me go to the all episodes because I just have my new episodes right now. What's the deal with accents? Sunburn, suntans, which is very interesting, by the way. They aren't the same thing. What? I've learned about how ketchup works, how seed banks work, maps work, how Schoolhouse Rock for you to find an era. I've learned about magic mushrooms, about the Aurora Borealis, about champagne, allergies, about itching, cool Christmas stuff. By the way, do you guys know about Krampus? Krampus? That's like my favorite fun fact. Krampus is a creepy, like, sidekick to Santa who will devour your children. Stuff I learned. Anyway, stuff you should know, go listen to it because it's my fave. I really need to work on my eyeshadow instead of talking. A similar podcast to Stuff You Should Know, which I was turned on to about a month ago, is Radiolab. Now, Radiolab is another sort of research controversial topics kind of a podcast. The first episode, which I was told to listen to, was on blame. And you think, cool, I want to learn about this. Let me tell you about how this day worked out for me. I decided that I was going to start it while going to the grocery store. So, listened to it for about 20 minutes at the grocery store, popped in my headphones, was listening around the grocery store, stopped it to check out. I drove back home. And by this point, I was starting to kind of feel a little bit of like a heavy weight because it was talking about some deep things. So I get home, unpack my groceries, and I go and I sit over at the kitchen table and I just stare at the floor and listen to this for the next 25 minutes. I fully sunk down into an emotional state of I can't do anything else but listen to this. It was almost like a life-changing moment, but no one else was there. I don't know, like it was deep. It was heavy. I don't think I was quite expecting that on the day I was making some curry, but I really enjoyed it. They have some episodes which are not quite that heavy. I listened to one on dolphins and if they can talk to humans. That wasn't nearly as heavy by any means. But that first one, Blame, go listen to it. It's a podcast that makes you question your thoughts throughout it. So if you want to think. Next are a few podcasts which I listen to, but I don't listen to all the time. And part of that is just because of the context of it. I don't think is quite as easily absorbed as, say, Stuff You Should Know in the car. First one is, what do they actually? At Home With? Is that the podcast? Yeah, At Home With. And that is by Anna Newton and Lily Pebbles. And basically they go into people's houses and talk about interiors. I love interior stuff. As you guys might be able to tell, I rearranged this the other day. You guys probably didn't even notice, but I'm happy with it. Now, the only problem I have with it is that you really want to listen to it on the Acast app, which I got just to do this, but then I couldn't search through Stuff You Should Know, and then I got mad because I've listened to all the most recent in this year, so I need to go years back and I couldn't search for episodes, and so I deleted my Acast app. They actually have pictures that will pop up throughout the podcast of the people's houses. So again, not one you can really drive to. Another one which I love to listen to, but it is not everyone's cuppa, is the Banging Book Club. They talk about books on feminism and sex and that sort of fun stuff. The only problem with it is that, yes, they give you trigger warnings, and I'm like, yes, I'll be fine with this. By the end of the last episode, I was again just like sitting there, like something has changed in my life and I don't know if I like this. In general, I just love how funny they are. I should really finish my eyeshadow at some point today, shouldn't I? I want you orangier. I want to look like a pumpkin. Not exactly, but kind of. Okay, eye stuff. Hold on, please. Okay, back. Decided to do some little baby wings because sometimes with this orange, I just feel like I need to ramp it up a little. So, little tiny baby eyeliner wings going down. That's my podcast. What do you guys like? Next, how do I listen to podcasts? Because I have definitely tried multiple ways over the time span of me liking podcasts. The first thing was I just went on to their websites and I would listen to them that way from my computer. Why am I trying to do my brows while talking to you? This seems like a horrible, horrible, horrible idea. I eventually downloaded Beyond Pod, and I'm still using that to this day, because as I mentioned with Acast, I couldn't search, or I never figured out how to search on it. I also do have a Spotify premium account, and so I could be listening to them on Spotify. I don't know what to do. What do you guys do? Because I'm curious, because I need a better way to listen to my podcast. So I'll listen to them more. Yeah, that's the decision. I need a different way. And I need some bronzer. Okay, am I gonna use some blush today? Yeah, I want to feel autumnal. Let's do Tried and True Ruby Murray. Man, my concealer is not staying today. Just to let you guys know, I'm not happy with it. Maybe I should powder. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe everything is moving on my face because I'm talking a lot. Okay, so anything else I actually do to my face? Oh wait, mascara, duh. I just got mascara. Oh, fudgesicles. I just got it on my hair. And got it on my face. I'm a mess. I've been liking dramatic lashes. Why? I don't know. I just like it. I'm gonna go do my hair. Also, I got my hair cut. Do you guys like it? It's back down to being short. I am kind of really liking it. Okay, let me go fix this real fast. And here is my hair, nice and straight. This is the length. See? This is what it's supposed to look like, not weird bedhead. Attractive, right? Earrings. And then let's finish this off because I took really long to get ready today. We're gonna go for, ooh, I haven't worn these ones yet. For these cool little chain ones. Okay, lipstick. I tend to either, with this eye look, go for my Thuraka pencil eye lip liner thing in CEO, so I can feel like a boss. That was slightly embarrassing. Or I've been doing the Butter London in Nutter. Okay, we'll just do the kind of autumnal. I might switch this up later. Alrighty, so let me put this away and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what sort of podcasty things you like. Are you into podcasts? Are you not into podcasts? If so, why? Because if it was like me, it's because you just didn't have the time to sit down and enjoy them, which I still sometimes have trouble. Oh, I forgot my highlighter. Hold on, highlighter. Because we're going out tonight. I feel like such a grandma. I'm going out. Gotta use my highlight. Here's my outfit. Well, here's my face. Isn't it lovely? It's got the orange eye, nude lip. And then I got some green pants, brown shoes. That's my outfit. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me about podcasts. Tell me, what are your favorite podcasts? I'm always up for new ones, though I may not listen to them because I do love stuff you should know, and I just go back in years and years and years ago and listen to really old ones. I'm such a dork. I'm gonna have fun tonight. I'm super excited for this. I hope you all are having a lovely day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.